Hey y'all, what's up? Sorry, my AC is really loud. It's really hot out here. But yeah, as you can see, the title of this video, that's what we will be talking about today. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're not new, welcome back. I'm in my car because I have errands that I need to go and handle. Like, I placed my order for Walmart groceries yesterday and last night, so they're ready. So I'm gonna go and pick them up. But in the meantime, I wanted to talk to y'all about my date, my Match.com number 1 date. So the guy started off as really nice, where, you know, he basically followed my profile and what I asked for. And what I asked for was, you know, compliments, gifts, etc. So he did that, and his first text message was when we started texting each other. Where do you want our first date to be? So I was like, okay. He's like, our first date. No, he asked me, he's like, what do you want to do on our first date? I wish I would have kept those text messages, but for some apparent reason, when I took them off my pen on my text message option, it deleted it. Whatever, I guess I clicked on delete because I wanted to remove them off my pen, because all the top people that I text a lot, I pin them instead of scrolling down to look for them. They're automatically pinned, so they all have their little bubble. So yeah, and I deleted that by mistake. But yeah, his first, when I gave out my number finally to him, he texted me asking me which one would I prefer on our first date, a mani and pedi or lunch. So I said a mani and pedi is fine, and then we can do lunch afterwards. And he's like, okay, cool. He comes and picks me up, which I've never done before. I let people know where I stay. And he comes and picks me up, and then we go and get a mani and pedi first, and then we go for lunch. Everything was cool. We did have, you know, conversations here and there, but it wasn't nothing like a big conversation. It was like we would talk and then take a break, like 2 minutes break, and then we'll just, like, I guess, think about exactly what to talk about, and then we'll just start talking again, and there'll just be an awkward silence.
A potato flew around my room before you came.
But anyways, to finish this off, that was the first date. Then, wait a minute. The first date was when he picked me up. Of course, he brought me those bouquet of tulip flowers. And then I walked inside the house and put it in. And then that was our first date, the mani and pedi and the lunch. Then the second date was lunch this time. And then the third date was massage, because I requested it. So I went to go get my massage done, and then that's when they offered him to sign me up for a monthly membership to where I can get a 1 hour spa and then a 1 hour facial. And that was $65 taken out of his account every month. So then I went to do that. He took care of that. He gave me a membership and everything. And then we stopped at, I think that was IHOP or Applebee's. No, it was Applebee's. We went to Applebee's for lunch, and then he dropped me off home, and then he went home. The fourth date was us going to Kumo's. Kumo's is like a Japanese hibachi sushi place. It was late night, and we did that. Then after, he kept pushing to come inside my house that night because I guess he smoked a lot or whatever. Let me remind you, this guy's 420 and he smokes a lot. He has bad memory, and I guess he uses the smoking to make him remember. I don't know, because he used marijuana to remind him of things, supposedly, but whatever. So then it was the week after. I end up going to Miami to handle stuff for my father. And then I told him, well, I find myself in Miami. I'm handling a couple of things for my father or whatever. Then he's like, okay, so when are you coming back? And I told him exactly when I'm coming back. And he's like, okay. So then I said, is it possible that we can schedule an appointment for me to get my wax done? Then he pops up talking about, well, how much you think it's going to be. And I'm like, what? Money has never been an issue. Why is it an issue now? Why are you asking how much do I think it's going to be? So then I told him probably like $55 or something. He was like, okay. And that was on a Thursday. And then I was supposed to go in. But let me remind you guys, when I asked him to do this for me, yeah, I did schedule. I scheduled it for the day that I requested for us to do it. But then again, it couldn't happen because of the person that I requested to do it for me for. Well, the person that I want to do my wax, she wasn't available at the time that I was asking. So then I requested a different day, and they were saying, okay, cool. So I texted him and let him know, okay, this is what day that was arranged. He was like, okay, cool. But he hits me up the day after saying that, oh, I wanted to do a rain check with you. I won't be able to make it. I'm sorry.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
So I already knew what time it was, that he was just throwing his deuces at me, letting me know that this is the end of our date. I don't want to see you anymore. So I was like, okay, is everything okay? That's what I texted him. And he's like, yeah. He said, yes, thanks. He said, yes, exclamation mark, and then thanks, exclamation mark. So I was like, okay, forget you then. I'm not even going to sweat it because I'm not even hurt by it, because there's so many guys that's on Match.com that's looking to be with a woman like me, that's wanting to spoil a woman like me. So yeah. So basically, he just said when we first met how he's a multi-millionaire, how he's worth a lot of money, and how his dad owned like 3 medical practices. And let me remind you, his dad passed away. His mom is the only one that's left. So his mom supposedly on her last breath or whatever, she can die at any time. But how are you a multi-millionaire when you don't even have the money? It's your parents that has the money, and you're inheriting that money after your mom passed away. So how does that make you a millionaire? So at this point, you're just sitting on Social Security.
Got him! Got him!
Because he texted me the other day asking me, do I remember him signing a membership? How am I supposed to remember for you? Of course I fucking remember that shit, but I played it off and say, what membership you're talking about? So supposedly the $65 that was taken out of his account made his account negative. How the fuck did $65 make your account negative when you're supposed to be a multi-millionaire? Guys and ladies, when you go on these dates, you have to make sure that you are paying attention to clues. When the person is saying certain things, because remember, we're all human. We don't remember half of the shit that we say half of the time anyway. So this motherfucker probably forgot that he told me that he's a multi-millionaire, and now the truth is coming out because $65 made you negative. So obviously you're a broke ass motherfucker. You ain't got no money, and you thought that I was gonna give it up to you so you could just move on and do what you have to do.
I'll have to ask my accountant about that.
No, I'm not that type of chick. I would never be that type of chick. I'm gonna let you know that I'm used to men taking care of me, and if you can't do that, then you gotta move on. You gotta move on. And you're not even worth me spreading my vagina. You ain't worth that shit. The fuck? You are not worth it. And by the end of the day, I'm not even hurt, because I feel like that's just God giving me a sign, letting me know that he's not worth it. Do not let this man inside your house. He's not worth it to even spend your time to be with this man. So yeah, so I'm glad that it went down the way it did. I did have my fun with him, as in me being spoiled and pampered, you know, and telling me how much he thinks I'm beautiful. I enjoyed all of that, because when you're with someone that doesn't compliment you and say those things and do those things for you, and you find somebody else to do it, you're gonna want it more and more, and that's what you're gonna expect from every man that you meet. You're gonna want that. And that's what I'm doing. I'm not settling anymore at all. At all. Because like I said, it's a lot of fish in the sea, and they are out there. They are searching. And I have a lot of them in my inbox. All right, guys, that's the end of this video. If you have not yet subscribed, please subscribe. Please subscribe. That would do me well. And also, if you have not also like this video too, and comment. Let me know how you feel about this video. Have you ever dated somebody on Match.com? And if you have, what was it like? I mean, we can talk about it. Or any dating site. Because I'm not just going to do Match. I'm going to also do Tinder too. Because I'm obviously on Tinder as well. And I get a lot of notifications from Tinder. So yeah. All right. Y'all have a good day. Be blessed and take care of yourselves. Love y'all. Mwah.